All right, welcome back, podcast community. My name's Cam King. This is Three Questions Podcast, episode number 92. It's been a little while, so I'm going to start spitting out these episodes as we can. I just built a new website, so if you want to go check that out, you can find that at www.ckcollective.us. And you can book yourself as a guest on the podcast. You can book sessions with me, or you can join my school community, which goes up $1 per person that joins. I'm going to be putting out a lot of educational content there, free downloadable content, a lot of really, really great stuff for you to join. So take a look at that, and let's hop into question number one for episode number 92. Today, we're going to talk about the rebuild: silence, standards, self-worth. Things that I talk to clients a lot about. A lot of people do come to me because they're going through life transitions, right? Breakups, jobs, divorces. And we always transmute that into the professional world, help them create something. And that's kind of really where I work as a mentor. I don't consider myself to be a life coach or a therapist or anyone. I have no professional knowledge other than my life experience. And I try to take a hot stance on stuff that is authentic, because I think there's a lot of noise and a lot of BS out there. So some of the tools and tactics that I share here on this podcast, please, take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. And if you don't know, Three Questions Podcast, the way that it works, I will read one question and then I will give myself about 5 minutes to sort of answer that for you. Again, click the episodes, hop through. You don't need to listen to these sequentially, but anything that resonates with you, just hop to it. Make sure to leave a review. And yeah, bookmark it, send it to a friend, whatever. If you want to be a guest, just hit me up, find a way. All right, so question number one: silence and recalibration. When you go quiet for a while, do people lose interest, or do you finally lose the noise that was drowning out your real voice? Ooh, really profound question here, and I actually like this question a lot. So when you go quiet for a while, do people lose interest? Yeah, people do lose interest. The people that want to see you as a content creator, they do want to hear from you. But like anything, if the supply is always there, the demand will go down. Think about gas. When OPEC shuts off their pipelines, or when the price of oil really, really goes up, people freak out. Everyone's trying to go to the gas station, and it's in really, really high demand. When you were super busy as a coach or a mentor or a business, or you're selling out stuff all the time, when you were in demand, it makes people want more. You're activating a very biological thing where we want what we can't have. And if you disappear for a while, yeah, the people will want you more. This is why when bands retire and then they come back, people want them, because they're like, oh my God, I don't know when they're going to do this again. If you do it too often, it's like the boy who cried wolf. So you can't just disappear to try and research your content. Like, get busy over time, remain consistent. But yeah, when you go quiet for a while, do people lose interest? Yes, but interest also peaks because you've been gone for a while. So think about that. Part two of that question: do you finally lose the noise that was drowning out your real voice? I think that's a pretty philosophical question. But I think on the owner side, for me, because I just took a break for 2.5 months, I think that I was able to find my voice. I think that my voice had been shaken or had been used. I was very busy, and I was starting to lose a little bit of why I was doing this. I felt like I was getting to the habit of needing to do this. And I think that my content was suffering, and I was just dealing with a lot personally and professionally, and I needed time to just not have to do this before coming back to it. I knew that I would come back to it. I didn't know when, and those 2 months break was very needed for me. So I was able to find my voice, and I think that my real voice was diminished from some of the things that I had to be. I had to go internal for a while. And I really kind of practiced being quiet in conversations, and, even at work and stuff. I just became very, very quiet because I was trying to listen to my inner voice and do less. Whenever we fill our schedules up and do more, it's just very, very interesting. I don't think that it's really kind of beneficial. And I think that when you stop talking and when you stop feeling like you have to post, you're able to sort of fill up your reservoir of energy and your intuition. And finally, I feel like I'm back to that place. So it's a good thing. I was able to find my voice. And I think that if you as a business owner need to take a break, you should. Don't post. Don't force yourself to post. Like, take a break, step away, let it be what it's going to be. Okay. Hopping into question number two: standards and strategy. At what point does protecting your peace start to look like losing momentum? Oh, that's a great question. At what point does protecting your peace start to look like losing momentum? I felt like I was on the cusp of that personally, taking a break for 2.5 months. And I felt like, okay, October is usually my month. I usually have a awesome October. I love October. It's my favorite month out of the year. And I felt like I was losing momentum in August. I felt the downfall start to really trend. And then around Labor Day and even into mid-September, I felt like I was at a really, really, really low point. Mid-September, I started to feel a little bit of an uptick in my energy, and then it crashed again for like another week heading into October. Now that we're almost halfway through October, I've felt my energy coming back over the past 2 weeks, and I don't need to force myself. I'm procrastinating less. My workouts are getting better. I'm eating better. I've cut out sugar and any sort of alcohol because I was kind of just going out and not really being on a diet and kind of skipping 2, 3 days in the gym sometimes. And I finally was like, okay, dude, time to get back on the horse. And I felt my energy kind of surge back. You will know where you are. Like if you stop doing everything, your body will be able to tell you exactly where you are, what you're doing, and what you're feeling. And you need to listen to that. Like your body keeps the score. It's a great book. Go and read that book. But your body will understand that, hey, I need my peace right now. Hey, I don't need to be out there. You don't need to be on the field the whole time. Even athletes will take a break. You have to take a break in the same way. Your creativity needs a break. Your physical body needs a break. Your mental body needs a break. I wasn't even meditating or journaling. I was barely running, barely working out. I gave my body an absolute, 1 to 2 month break of like, okay, man, just be a piece of shit for a little while, see how you feel, and just kind of go through the motions of your day and try and get really, really good sleep. Your creativity will come back. It's always come back for me. And even if I have a down day, I know, hey man, wrap it up, go to bed early, wake up tomorrow, wake up early, get some stuff done, get the momentum going on. You can always get back on the horse. And the best thing that you could do if you want to get back on the horse, go to bed. Get a good night's rest. 7 to 8 hours will make you feel like a brand new person. And if you need 9 or 10, do it. There's been days where I definitely slept almost all day and I needed that. My body needed that. My mind needed that. So that's how you can tell what it looks like when you're losing momentum. How do you tell the difference between rest and resistance? One word, procrastination. If you want to tell the difference between rest and resistance, it's procrastination. If you know what you need to do and you're still not doing it, that is resistance. And you need to look at your resistance. Why am I resisting doing that thing? Well, it's either two things. It's a fear of failure or a fear of success. Which one is it? Well, I'm afraid if I post or I work on my business, then I'm going to succeed or I'm going to get out there too much. And that scares me. Okay, cool. Now you've identified that. Why are you afraid of being seen or having your content go viral or having your business or your face be out there? Well, I'm worried that people are going to hate on me. Okay, awesome. But how many people are you going to help? I will tell you it's an inverse relationship. You will be helping 80% of people by being consistent with your business and your spec of life, like your point of reference of life. By sharing yourself, sharing your business, creating something, you're going to be helping 80% of people and you're going to get about 20% haters. The people that will hate on you will be louder than the other 80% that you're helping because you're going to be helping people in silence. So if you want to know what rest is when you're like, wow, my mind is tired. Wow, my body is tired. And you can commit to resting yourself. You can tell yourself, hey, I'm giving myself nothing box time. I'm going to go play Xbox for 1 or 2 hours or three. I'm going to go to bed early tonight. I'm just going to watch a movie. I'm going to shut my phone off. That's what rest looks like. If you're resisting rest, then you really have a problem. Focus on the rest and your resistance will go away with a good night of sleep. I guarantee it. If you're procrastinating day after day after day, sit down, lock yourself in a room, just like I did today, and said, I'm going to do 2 freaking podcasts right in a row and I'm going to post them because why not? I haven't posted in 2 months or done a podcast. That's what committing to the process looks like. And I'm going to stay consistent with 1 or 2 podcasts and I'm just going to keep putting them out there in support of my business because I like doing this. Hopefully that makes sense. Kind of rambled on that one, but here we go. That was 5 minutes. Question number 3, self-worth and visibility. How do you keep showing up online when your views dip, your engagement drops, and the people you supported stop supporting you? Great question. Okay. As of right now, I have 33,000 followers on TikTok, which is awesome. Thank you for each one of those. I have never paid, I have never run ads, and the content that I put out there is authentic to me. It's my way of documenting my growth process, my thought patterns, in my life. And some of those may change, but I do it because I want to create a community of people helping people. I want to create a community that supports people starting businesses, their entrepreneurial path. And I want to show people how to transmute their own energy by showing them things about them, giving them points of view from my life. Not that I know everything, I certainly don't. I'm not trying to get famous or put stuff out there that's, to reflect on how awesome I am. I'm not. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I'm not proud of everything that I've done. I definitely have regrets. And you know what? I keep going because I think that's the important thing. I think showing people that you can be resilient, you can still be motivated, you can be disciplined, and you can always be consistent with the things that you want. And I want to show people what that work looks like over time because it's not easy for everybody, right? 5, 10 years ago, I would have never done this. I would have never thought I'd be doing this, mentoring other people, coaching people through business and helping people with, relationship breakups and divorces. But I read a lot, I learn a lot, and I just want to help people. Like I want to be an impact because I certainly was not having an impact earlier in my life. And I was very much a taker instead of a giver. And I want the back half of my life to really be about giving and giving back to people. I think that's super, super important. So, how do you keep showing up online when you've used it? Stop looking at the results. You're too in love with the results. You want the money, you want the fame, you want the accolades, you want the business, whatever else. I like the process. I love the process. I love the process of creating a community. I love the process of sharing my voice, of documenting my process, of continued learning throughout my life in 6 core areas: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, academic, financial. And when you fall in love with the process of doing these things, who cares about the results? I did this for 4 or 5 years without any sort of results. And really, kind of last year and a half, that's when my business started to take off. The first 6 to 8 months, I think I had a TikTok. I think I had 50 or 75 followers. And it wasn't until one video where I got dumped, started to go viral. And people were like, oh shit, this guy kind of has some good things to say. Yeah. Am I as coherent or as awesome as, Chris Williams or Huberman or Joe Rogan or any of the other famous podcasters? No, right? I'm not. But I think sharing my unique perspective with the world, with the people that are willing to listen, I'm thankful for it because I have gotten a lot of messages. Hey man, your content's really helped me over the past couple months. You helped me in the toughest phase of my life. Hey man, I was gonna kill myself, and like your videos really walked me off the ledge. I've gotten text messages like that, and that shit warms my heart. I don't care if you give me money, but if I can change your perspective and I can show you that, hey man, there's a way for you, right? I work with both men and women, all ages, and I've heard a lot of different stories. And the people that are like, hey man, working with you was really, really helpful. Like you've changed my perspective a lot. And I can't believe where I was just 3 months ago and where I am now. Like this was the perfect timing. Thank you. I've worked with entrepreneurs, NHL captains, Olympic athletes, and everyone in between, people just starting businesses and going through tough phases. I charge a lot because I think that when someone puts money down and commits to growth, I will give you the right tools in the right order to never be able to say, what if, right? I think that we all need mentors. I've recently hired a mentor and a therapist to help me kind of work through my ups and downs. And I think that being vulnerable and sharing and documenting that process is the process that I love. I don't care about the results of it. I don't care if I have 50 followers or 500,000. I'm still going to put out content that's authentic to me and my process of life. Then when I look back, hopefully my kids, my partner, there's some sort of legacy there where people can say, hey man, this guy really, really taught me a lot. He put out good things. He wanted people to change. He wanted people to be better. And if I can teach you something, you can go and make your neighborhood, your community, your town, your city, your school, whatever, your business, your workplace, you can make that place a little bit better by being more empathetic, having more understanding, setting proper boundaries and goals, and being goal oriented and knowing how to go after that stuff. That's the process that I love. I don't always get to see those results unless someone comes in and shares that with me, but fall in love with the process of creating. Stop caring about your views dipping. Stop caring about your engagement. A lot of my videos lately, only 800 views, right? That's a fraction of my followers. The right content will get to the right people, and I trust that process, and I'm going to continue to add to that process. Okay. So that's it for episode number 92 of Three Questions Podcast. I can't thank you guys enough for listening. Please leave a review for the show. And if you want to be a podcast guest, hop on to ckcollective.us and book yourself a time slot so I can get you on the podcast and we can talk through some stuff. You can talk about your business. We can set it up, whatever you want. And yeah, have a great day, y'all. And if you want to be a client, please sign up for coaching, book an intro call, which are now paid. Unfortunately, last year I had way too many people ghost. So I do a paid intro call, and then I give people a $25 gift certificate back for their next session that they want after that. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. And I will see you in the next episode. Take care.